Sagittarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for mid-August. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Let's first dive in with some tea leaf oracle messages. I hope y'all enjoyed your Lionsgate full moon experience over the weekend. Let's now see what is happening for you all. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Sag. Let's see what's happening, y'all. Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Something timeless. Something beautiful. This could be you shining like a diamond, raising your frequency. But I do believe that you're going to be receiving something beautiful. Spiritual love. Sag, what is this? This could be between you and the divine, or you could be experiencing a personal romance that feels heaven sent, experiencing a lot of spiritual love. It could be around your friends, but I'm getting, this could have there's a very real strong vibe of romance here. Scales, keeping your life in balance. Sag, you could be, I'm definitely seeing two lives being intertwined, two cups being shared here in the scales. It seems as though you have someone in your life who you really, who makes you very happy. This could be a ride or die that you're spending time with, platonic, or could be a romantic connection, but it's very beautiful. Wow. Keeping your life in balance, spiritual love, receiving a gift. Could have someone really trying to express their emotions to you here. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling, and that's right next to the scales. So, be careful with the way you handle a situation. Then we have rainbow to round this out. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So this is when, rainbows come out after a storm. So maybe you've had a storm and now there's a lot of peace coming in. Oh, I like this. This is really beautiful. It's very colorful too. We have all these gorgeous colors showing up. Pinks, reds, purple hues. Feels like there's a pathway of peace overall in your life. You're feeling more at peace. The rest of August looks very nice, Sag. Things coming into balance. Maybe you've been carefully tending to I'm getting several situations in your life, but the most difficult part of a particular situation is now over. And you're on the path of peace. I like that. I'm really getting a strong, spiritual love. We have Ace of Cups and Ten of Wands. It's time to lay your burdens down. You're in a new chapter in your heart. Lay the burdens down. Maybe you're closing off a difficult chapter in your life, and there's a new beginning in your heart. Ooh, let's not take those. That was like 8 that wanted to fly out. At the heart of it, though, we have something coming together for you, 3 of Pentacles. Let's get the overall general energy here for you, Sag, for the rest of August. One more. Nope, said keep going. There we go. Ooh, you're coming out of a hangman state and something that kind of went sour. Yeah. There's something that went sour. It looks like with the front, 3 of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse. Maybe you've been trying to move through some sort of difficulty with a friend in your life. And you're now seeing things from a different perspective. This is coming out of discomfort with a connection. It doesn't have to be a friend. It could be just trying to come to terms with some sort of connection in your life where things were on hold, and there's been a lot of confusion about how to handle it or how to heal it. Let's look at the recent past. Yeah, the World, Page of Swords, the Ace. I feel like there was a cycle that kind of was like, done, chapter done, check, door closed. You might have found something out, heard something, and it just ended a cycle. And now you are freeing up energy to go towards something new. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting that. You learned something, you saw something, and then it ended a cycle. I'm not sure what it was. It could have been some sort of communication. This is what I feel like happened that set you on a new trajectory. I think you're still confused. It could have had a falling out with a group of people, and now you're kind of coming out of that. Ooh, I love this energy. Yeah. It's hard, but I think, this is the energy of moving on. We have the Sun, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. This is like, it's hard to move on. I've been on a long journey. I feel like sometimes, it's all on me, but I'm processing what I need to process, and I'm going towards the light of my own sun, and I'm keeping a positive perspective. I like that. You're showing me resiliency despite maybe having some difficulty with a person or a connection that went south. All right. Three of Cups in reverse is not feeling the love. Five, and the Hangman in reverse is no longer staying in a state of stagnancy. But the Five of Swords, it feels like in this deck and the Light Seers, is mental conflict over contending with someone's shadow. And Spirit's like pecking at you. Are you going to respond in kind, or are you going to let it be? I feel like I'm getting like a let it be and moving on energy here for you, Sag. In the near future, you're heading towards a new opportunity. I think you're stressed about communicating with someone and like opening up your heart in a situation where you've had some pain. Interesting. I just did Aries. It feels like all the fire signs are like, it's like jagged edges. It's like you're going through like a phase where you're having to confront certain people or certain situations. Whether you take action or someone's taking action towards you isn't the point. It's how you're feeling about it, right? And how you're thinking about it. And you're showing me that you're a little bit confused, disordered, out of sorts. There's an out of sorts energy you've been feeling beneath the surface, but you are moving away from something, and it's hard to move away from it. But as you do so, you're realizing that it's for the best. I'm getting that. But I do see you opening up your heart. It's like your mind wants to like put a lid on your heart, and your heart's like, let me speak. Let me free me up. Like, I want to open. So you may have a tendency to shut down what you feel. I'm seeing that in general, in the collective post Lionsgate, is that it's like the Lionsgate opens up a can of worms. It's like, oh, you want something more. Well, you have to clear the space for that. So what's standing in the way? And then we're all like, eek! Especially with this wrap up of the retrograde, things are going to start moving forward. So whatever's been stagnant or stalling out, whatever you've been reviewing or rehashing or reassessing, now you're going to be moving forward. But it's all made us feel a certain way. So you're definitely showing me that you are opening up, but you're almost fighting yourself with it about it because there's pain by opening up. Okay. You're going to be opening up in a new way though, Sag, so I like seeing this. Let's go into now. This is something that I'm doing that's a little different than my normal mid-monthly protocol. I am pulling in an intention by way of energy and spirit oracle with a declaration. So this is energy that Spirit's trying to really, like, the pecking, like, what are you trying to get through to me, Spirit, about my path in the middle of August moving forward? And this is going to be energy that you really want to be mindful of for the rest of the month. What is the energy and spirit oracle message for Sag? The rest of the month, Spirit. Here it is. Letting go of urgency. It's interesting. I got this a few days ago. We have, when it comes to time, sometimes we feel, this is like being careful with being impulsive, letting go of like, I have to do this, I have to do that, and then you're not really enjoying your day to day. You're putting so much pressure and the demands you place on yourself because all of our lives is really a relationship to the self. Are you being kind to the way, in the way you speak to yourself, about yourself? Are you being kind with your routine and your schedule? Are you giving yourself enough freedom to actually have balance? Because the scales are here. Let's see. And at the bottom, we have ancestors. So your ancestors are really helping you the rest of the month in letting go of a sense of urgency. We have card number 19. So that's going into 10 into 1. And so there's a new beginning where I think it's time for you to take a look at your tempo. And this could be around work overload. This card shows a man running out of a room filled with clocks and calendars. He has notes to himself, and the air of urgency pervades the room. Through all this frantic expectation, a tree has grown into the room, and he's attached clocks to it as well. You've become immersed in tasks and obligations, losing your self-priority and peace of mind in the process. But it's time to let go of the urgency and overwhelming demands. Surrender control and the need to stay on top of everything. Start focusing on your own life, the tree growing in the room. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your own self-care, you'll actually make it easier to get things done. So your declaration for the rest of August, as you let go of urgency and you surrender and you create more freedom from the time constraints since you place on your mind and on your pathway day to day. I deserve to relax and let go. I live my life at a peaceful pace and in a truly self-caring way. Yeah, it's very important for you because balance is needed. Let's now go into this. I feel like there's very complicated energy at play here for the collective, for each sign. I would say this might be a time period where we're having to really do a lot of the clearing, right? Let's look at this Hangman, 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Ten of Swords, 6 of Wands. Yeah, Emperor. Wow. This is about your own empowerment, Sag, and your own leadership. There's something that is drastic, a drastic change in your perspective of self. This is really holding yourself in high regard in your own feeling of empowerment. It's like you are claiming victory over someone that you became disempowered with. I don't know who it is. It could be a boss figure. It could be feelings of disempowerment based on a personal connection, but I see you achieving maybe even a promotion. There's some sort of, it could be even someone new arriving that you don't expect, a divine masculine. There's something really like powerful here underfoot. If you've had situations that weren't coming together in the past and you've been waiting a long time and been confused, there could be either you leveling up and finding a victory here in the second half of August through something really coming to a close and saying, well, at least I'm not confused anymore, you know? Or for some of you, this is really like the end of an era where your life partner has arrived because of all this romance energy. I like it though. But overall, as this relates to self, as I always like to do, what's going on outside of you, what's going on within you, the inner and outer reality. Your inner reality is really coming into point with your fire and your leadership and your empowerment. And I like seeing it. You could have been working on a divine masculine wound around overgiving to the point of a fatigue, mental and physical utter exhaustion. So if you've been really pulling back, really spending time with yourself, doing a lot of like, let me balance out my life. I need to be more loving towards myself. I need to carve in more time for me. I'm seeing a nice, beautiful balancing here. Oh, I'm a little bit dizzy. I feel like there's been a dizzying display of energetic, like, shifts. I feel like you've been going through some major shifts, Sag. Let's see. Oh, I like this. Wow, that's really beautiful. You have really beautiful energy that arrived in the recent past. You felt like there was something that came in that felt destined, all right? It could have been a new work opportunity, a new stream of income, new work co-workers. We have the 3 of Pentacles here. Or it could have been love. I feel like I'm dealing with a group of you where this is about your own leadership and empowerment in your career and being divinely inspired. And others of you, this is truly a new beginning in the love department and opening up your heart to someone and having everything just flow seamlessly. It's like a stark contrast of what you've been through before. It's like almost like I said, the end of an era of dealing with people who mentally confused you, that you just couldn't work it out together. You know, this is people that were avoidant or emotionally unavailable. And now you have someone who's coming in or has already arrived who is really like a leader, right? And you like the energy that the two of you share. It makes you feel triumphant and proud and victorious to have this person by your side. So I see this beautiful new energy. You closed off something, you learned that was it, and now what you're doing is you've aligned with something that is so suited for you that you're building a brand new life in it. All right, let's see. Again, it could be career or love related. Ooh, I like this. Wow, this is beautiful. It's like, you know, from difficulty to, you know, bliss. It feels like that, it's like night and day. This feels like night and day energy for you. It's like past chapters, hellacious. Current chapter, happy. All right. As I clarify and go deeper, it's like the deeper you go into this new season, as we're moving into a new season, I know it feels like we still have a ways to go before September rolls around, but I'll always feel like in August, you start to feel like summer's fading away, or winter, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, is fading away, and it's time for a big shift in the seasons. That's what I feel here. There's like a big shift in a season of your life where maybe you didn't have something stable for you, someone you could depend on, someone that had a lot of integrity. I feel like you are being divinely guided in your high priestess, with the high priestess, the page of swords, and the 10 of cups. See how you had the page of swords in the past and it closed off a cycle and put you on a new path, a new chapter. For a lot of you, this is love. Some of you, this is career. Others of you, it's community, where you just feel like you're receiving the love that's meant for you. I mean, this is the path of destiny. This is the path of deep change. This is the path of learning, what's for you and what isn't. And now I feel like you're communicating with someone and you're seeing like really beautiful long-term happiness. And it's like your high priestess is like, yes, finally. It's I'm getting that. It's happening to me right in front of my face and I just can't hide it. Like I'm getting that song right now. So whatever's unfolding in your life currently, I think it's really bringing about a lot of like family harmony, happiness, this beautiful, delightful, playful communication. There's joy. It's like two things are happening at once. I feel like you're walking away from one thing, one chapter, and processing it. Some of you have called in your divine counterpart, but you're also going through some difficulty with work relationships or friend relationships. Others of you, it's the opposite, right? You are leaving, a romantic partner where it just wasn't going to work out, right? Going through some sort of breakup, and you are leaning on your friends and you're going through a beautiful time of enlightenment and a rebirth, right? And your high priestess energy, your intuition, you're moving through the world from a deeper core of being and you're learning more. Some of you are doing deep spiritual reprogramming here around recoding your light codes around your happiness and fulfillment and letting go of the heavy burden of whatever you've had to deal with. For all of you, this is letting go, right? Of the hardship and the emotional dramas I'm hearing emotional dramas of the past. All right. This feels like big energy. I'm not getting like, oh, this is just a, just an easy breezy, rest of August. I feel like August has been a huge shakeup for you, Sag, but it's aligning you with higher frequencies overall. But the biggest lesson that they're trying to express to you, that your ancestors are really whispering in your ear about, is letting go of any sense of urgency around repair, around your time constraints, your schedule, your routine, giving yourself a break. All right? Because you've been busy. You've been very busy. Whenever I see the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, especially the world, like you're showing me everything you've been going through for the last few months and how everything has shifted. Look at that. A lot of people are doing, Aries had 6 of Cups in the near future. Ace of Cups. Wow. I'm sorry. We have the Ace of Cups, the Sun, and the 6 of Cups. It's so wild. This is like night and day. It's like, I feel like, and I don't always feel this way. Okay, this is rare, all right? Mark my words, this is rare, Sag. It almost as though you either have a knight or a knightess in shining armor that has entered your life or is about to. Because it's like you're showing me how hard everything has been. And then now it's being superimposed with almost like this higher timeline of how easy things are becoming, all right? I mean, just so you know, Page of Cups. You have love. What can I say? You have a lot of love. You're entering a time period where there's so much communication and happiness and coming together with someone. I feel like you're entering into a commitment. And it's sweet, it's soft, and it's like it's easing your troubled mind. It's easing your tendency to dysregulate and think of the worst of a situation. If you've had it rough in the romantic department, you are aligning with a frequency of a divine counterpart that it's, like I said, it is night and day. It's what it feels like. It's like the pain of the past, poof, right? You're going to just hear echoes of it, but it's gone. It's like I'm getting a group of Sagittarians where you haven't had it easy when it came to love. And that's why all of these tea leaves came out, where the scales are balancing. You're receiving, love. The hard part is over. The rainbow's coming out at the end of the storm. And lessons have been learned. I think you're cultivating a very sweet connection, a past life soulmate connection. And there's a lot of joy and happiness. And for those of you where you're really worried about your career future, focus on your own joy right now. This is about your own emotional fulfillment and just stabilizing. There's new ideas coming forth. New ideas. We have the King and Queen of Swords. So you're married to these new ideas. And I think too, this divine counterpart that's come in for you, you're talking a lot about the future, about what you want. Some of you are talking about having children, or you're raising children. You're talking about family. There's just this really nice, beautiful exchange of energy and communication. And just try not to stress over any of the details. It feels like just don't carry in a lot of the baggage of the past around connections where you weren't really on the same page with your partner. I'm getting like this is a newer connection because of the aces here moving through the reading. So if you're in a newer connection, we'll say in the last 6 to 9 months, this is really going to indicate like things or this person's not going anywhere. All right. I think though, it's almost like this pain you're clearing up. It has to do with something else for a lot of you. Yeah. Some of you, this person hasn't arrived yet though. All right. Like I said, when we're writing these really beautiful timelines as a collective for an energy frequency, Sagittarius, some of you were like, I've already met them, right? And we're clearing up some things. We're getting on the same page. We're making plans. Others of you, you're like, I haven't met them yet, but I'm hopeful. So I'm getting a timeline here where this is a huge victory in romance. And the hardships, or you're putting them behind you. You're coming into alignment with your fire energy. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have love being offered to you. Maybe after, heartbreak. Like, this is like, wow, this person isn't here to hurt me. They have good intentions. They want what's best for me. It's almost like a foreign concept to you, Sag. That's what this feels like. It's unbelievable, the overlay of energy compared to the underlay. Usually it's the opposite, right? It's like, as you go, it's wild. I really feel like it's because you're leaving a very, 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 very hard chapter, So it's almost like you had to go through the worst to really be ready and prepared and feeling deserving and worthy to receive. Some people, they receive and then they have to go through a lot in it. And so I think that for a lot of you Sagittarius tuning in, this is really like be open and receptive because you have something coming in to help you heal. Let's get a few oracle messages here. I keep wanting to grab this in the wrong direction here. Maybe you were going in the wrong direction with a connection and it didn't work out. And now you're aligning with something better. Channel. You were a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Ooh, I love that. Some of you are channels in your work. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. And celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Yeah. There's a celebration here. Out of something that has come undone, there is a regrouping and a reorganization of your world, Sag, towards greater happiness. You are definitely coming together with someone. And right now, as you move together, I think this is just getting to know each other. And healing up, pain from the past, heartbreak from the past. Let's get a final pull. Time Traveler's Oracle. I like it. Whoop. We have 3 that said take the middle. The other 2 will be self-explanatory. Freedom! So this is about freedom. Maybe you weren't free in the past. Maybe you didn't feel free in connection. What's on either side of it? Communication and higher consciousness. Told you. You're a channel for the divine here, and with the High Priestess, I feel like this is like I said, the spiritual union. There it is. This is a spiritual union. You two could be really communicating ideas and supporting each other. You could even be working with this person too. Your boo could be a work partner as well. But there's some level of freedom coming in, and you standing high on a mountaintop. I'm getting a very strong 3 of Wands energy. And then we have higher consciousness, the card of 21. which feels like the world wrapping up, right? A major cycle where it's been about your alignment, right? With your blueprint, your soul's blueprint. And then, like I said, all this communication. We have the Oracle of Delphi. Some of you are oracles of higher consciousness, and you're experiencing a new level of freedom in your careers, and you're opening up into a new channel, into a new avenue of income. There's just a lot. I feel like there's a lot of change going on for you, Sag. It feels like the fire signs. It's like my head's about to explode reading for you all for the month, for the second half of August, because talk about major expansion spiritually, major expansion romantically, and letting what go, whatever needs to go, it needs to go. Okay. Whether it's a limiting belief or a friendship connection, it's like everyone's been freeing up energy so we could go deeper and higher. Gosh, which one, Spirit? They're all great. You know what? I'm going to give you guys a solid and read all of them, okay? Because these are all very important. Freedom came out, then communication and higher consciousness. Why not? Why not give you guys the goods? I really love this deck, the Time Traveler's Oracle. So this first one, freedom. We'll do this letting go of urgency and put up freedom. We have the achievement card. Wait. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's interesting. That said no accidents here. I opened up the wrong deck to number 16. So this is some sort of major achievement, major achievement in your spiritual development around personal freedom, where you're now communicating all of you with others. And there's a beautiful freedom. That's so funny that I opened up to achievement in the wrong deck. So we have freedom, communication, and higher consciousness. Let's go into freedom. You're being called to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not allow yourself to be trapped by convention or by the expectations of others. Break free from anyone or anything that imprisons or restricts you. Support others in their journey to freedom. Fling your arms to the heavens, which you are with the sun here. It's right here. You have the sun twice in this reading, Sag. This has been a very enlightening Lionsgate for you. And you're aligning with a beautiful frequency of the heart here. With another, what looks like it. Break free from anyone or anything that imprisons or restricts you. Support others in their journey to freedom. Fling your arms open to the heavens. What fetters your mind, body, or soul? If you have a relationship, a career, or lifestyle that constricts you, it's time to consider some changes. You can't always choose your life circumstances, but you can choose your response to those events and how you define them. Select meanings that empower you. You can choose to feel unrestrained and free, no matter what is happening. You can decide to experience freedom, even in limiting situations. Okay. Then we have communication coming in the second half of August, number 7. Interesting. And freedom is number 7. So we have 77, which I said in the beginning. Didn't I say that? Or did I not? We have 773, which wasn't that, I think that was an energy frequency of the collective for the week, this week for the Lionsgate when I did the collective reading this past Monday. Communication. True, authentic communication can be healing and empowering. Be willing to speak up for yourself and from your heart. You can heal yourself and others through communication. Take a risk and have the courage to speak in a forthright manner. Share the unspoken darkness that may lie heavy in your heart. Even if you are hesitant or afraid of being rejected or misunderstood, this can ignite almost miraculous transformation and healing. However, be discerning with whom you share your truth. There are some people who, no matter what, won't be able to hear your feelings and thoughts. For those people, embark on a guided meditation and see their higher self before you and speak from your own higher self to theirs. This is beautiful. This can be profoundly healing. This card can also indicate that it is time to teach or expand your capacity as a teacher. Teach what you know. Teach from who you are. It also can suggest that it is a time to open your heart and commune with the divine. Speak to the Creator and allow yourself to listen to the messages from beyond. Ooh, you are communicating with higher consciousness here. And we have 21. See why I needed to read all of these. Very important. 21, final card for the second half of August. This card urges you to step into an elevated consciousness and rise above personal challenges and grievances, which you're doing when I first opened up this reading. In observing challenges from a higher frequency, healing unfolds. This card also carries the energy of the mystic sage. When you raise your frequency, it's much easier for your crown chakra to open and connect you to higher frequencies. Your intuition is expanding. Trust it. Beneath the surface, all is well. This card will also appear, like that was the reading. Beneath the surface of this reading, all is well. I lost my place. This card will also appear when entities of higher frequencies and from the inner dimensions are reaching out to you. Remember, I pulled the Ancestors card. These wise beings in spirit. Sorry, I'm waiting for a plane overhead to move. These wise beings in spirit are working with you to resolve physical and emotional challenges. Listen with your heart. When you get caught up in life, take a moment to look at the stars. Simply being open to star energy can change everything. Wow. So you're definitely reaching for a higher consciousness. I feel like this Lionsgate has definitely opened you up. A portal, right, of heart awakening truth. The Sun and the Ace of Cups. And I think that you're settling in and you're going through a tremendous rite of passage where you're releasing something from the past, and it looks like you're joining with someone and you're moving through a new current of frequency of the heart where you're actually dissolving past karmic timelines of pain, especially heart pain when it comes to romance and connection. I do believe that you have a victory here and you have someone new coming in. Some of you have already met this person, but it feels like a celebration in your co-creation. And you're also divinely channeling these beautiful frequencies together. It's being intensified, magnified. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius. Lots of love. Take care. Namaste.